Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, it looks like I've got the settings on are like super blur. Hold on. Let's do that. Maybe I'm not really sure. The camera's being a little weird. Uh, Thank you for coming in. This is Fibro Fri-Yay, where we discuss things related to our health and wellness and overall just trying to brainstorm with one another how to reach optimum health. My name is Carol. I am your host. This is my channel, South Florida Sunshine. I appreciate you being here. If you are watching the replay, feel free to leave a comment, a like. It really helps my channel. And if you have not subscribed, which I have seen in my analytics that people watch me and do not subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. I so much appreciate it. Eventually, this will possibly be a little bit of income for my family since I am a stay-at-home homeschooling mom. Thank you for coming in, Deep in the Dirt, Maureen Washington. She is my co-host usually on Fridays at 11:30 p.m. EST, and then we head over to her channel on Saturday night, 10 o'clock EST. So you can see us both there, and we have a really good time. And same thing, we brainstorm about all kinds of subjects and just have a good time. That's more of a more adults like hanging out. And this is kind of daytime friendly right now. And it's a little bit different, but it's a great time either way. Hey, Hooked on Faith, aka Sandra Moody, thank you for coming in. I know people will probably be stumbling in. I think a lot of people were not getting good sleep, just like myself. With the whole outage yesterday, I think it freaked some people out. Hey, Cool Gamer, good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Passamaquoddy, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. You'll see that I have Yossi's Gmail again. That's going to be probably a constant thing that'll pop up here and there. Fortunately, right now, it helped him. The fundraiser that we kind of did for him did give him a bump, but him and his brother can't get out and work in that nation right now. They are, of course, dealing with war. And now even more so. It's not just one, group that's against them. It's a multitude of groups that are against them. And of course, we are over there too. So, yeah, what a better time to take care of your health than now. Hey, Bob942, thanks for coming in. About an hour. Yeah, I am just starting my second cup of coffee, my cup of wisdom. Thank you, honey. My daughter was just helping me with my son, so his belly stays full. This is just coffee and cream. Um, Basically, it's whole milk and cream. It's the half and half, the organic half and half, but I may be eliminating dairy next for a little bit. I found that the best thing that I ever did was an elimination diet for the fibromyalgia, and yet it was still present. So, we can do a lot of nutrition fixes, but also then you have to combine it with removing toxins from your environment, also trying to remove the toxins from your blood. Like a lot of us have heavy metals, especially us kids of the 70s. We were exposed to quite a bit of lead, asbestos, all the fun stuff. What that's not a metal. Yeah, why don't we put the milk over here near me and he can drink it? Thank you. Good thinking. We were just discussing any liquids my son can't be really just left with because, yeah. Thank you, hon. He tends to use them as a fountain sometimes. Yay! So anyway, let's get to what I was studying a little bit on because I know there's been a little bit of kickback because agave syrup is considered low glycemic on the glycemic scale. And these scales that they create for us can be just so, how do you say it? I don't know. They're, how can I, deceiving. Yeah, deceptive with agave syrup and honey versus table sugar, I was going to give you some of the things that I found out. And one thing that kind of shocked me was the calorie content of both honey and agave syrup is more than table sugar per tablespoon. It's slightly more, it's like 4 calories more. They tend to be sweeter, so you might be able to use them less. But here's why I'm going to say you might want to pass. Uh, they're both fructose sweeteners, and fructose is thought to be linked to many health problems, including diabetes, obesity, uh, high triglycerides, fatty liver, and memory loss. Because it's processed, fructose is not processed by the cell as like glucose is, processed differently, which I still have to study more. But fructose itself is processed by your liver. If you have no gallbladder whatsoever, all you have is that little liver there, or big liver. So you have to really take care of it and be careful with it. Agave versus honey is the appeal is to people who want a less refined sweetener than sugar. But nectar, I found out, as they call it, agave nectar, is just a marketing term. It's a syrup, which is what I had discovered when I was using it about 15 years ago, maybe, when it first came out on the market. Like, here's this new sweetener. I tried it because, of course, yeah, everybody wants to be healthier. And at the time, I was like, oh, let me try that. What I noticed was with my glasses of red wine that are supposed to be healthy too, and that agave, I suddenly had belly fat. And this is when I still had a great metabolism. So I was really surprised. And even back then, that's when I discovered, okay, it's high fructose syrup. It's not what they're saying it is, like some kind of nectar that they're just pressing out of the agave plant and filtering. And, you're getting that, just that really good stuff. That would be kind of like when you press sugar cane and you get cane juice versus when they turn it into a sugar, so to speak. But it's even sneakier and more difficult to wrap my head around that this is a healthy sweetener. What they do with agave syrup is they take the juice and they extract it from the plant. The juice is then filtered. Hold on one second. Sorry. Hey, Trish Wiley, welcome in. Welcome in. I was just going to go over how agave syrup is made, and we're kind of going up against agave syrup versus honey as a sweetener. And, inflammation wise, I can't really touch either one. Both are fructose sweeteners. I can't touch either one, even though I did, and I got a kickback for it. I fell off. Hey, Shawnee Shape. Hey, Shawnee, how was your blood work? How are you doing? You feeling okay? Anyway, let me go back to agave syrup production, how they make it. Juice is extracted from the agave plant, which, if you've never seen it, it's a big cactus. It's the same thing that they make the fermented juice off of, called tequila. Juice is filtered, then it's heated to break it down into a simple sugar called fructose. Then liquid is concentrated into a syrup. It's a processed syrup. Now, versus honey, bees make it. It's collected by collecting nectar, pollen from plants. They're the ones processing it in their body, and it can be consumed without any processing, raw. And you just basically want to filter out the gunk that's inside. The other thing is that I found out. Let's see, honey is 30% glucose, 40% fructose, and it also contains trace amounts of other sugars. But honey also has benefits, and the benefits are they can reduce, supposedly, I can't say they definitely do this because it's, social media, reduce cough, calm sore throats, antiviral, antifungal. It never spoils, if it's true honey, which we have a lot of mixes out there on the shelves. It's antibacterial, and of course, local honey helps with seasonal allergies, or has been known to. Now, agave nectar has none of those benefits, and here is the scary part of agave nectar. It is 84%, a bit over that actually, fructose. Table sugar is 50%. That high fructose corn syrup we hear so much about, that's the devil, guess how much? 55%. That's right. Agave syrup, and it is nectar. Nectar is their commercialized word to make us buy it thinking it's healthy, is 30% higher in fructose than high fructose corn syrup. Oh, okay. Let me see. Iron and cortisol are still too low. Solution of stronger iron med. Okay. Yeah, I did the gluten-free for a while. I've never heard of the seed cycling. You'll have to fill us in about that. You're going to post it where, Shawnee? Because you didn't. Are you starting to make content on your channel? Because when I've gone over to your channel, there wasn't anything. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, see, it's so weird because pumpkin seeds are super healthy, but now there's all this thing coming out about seeds and lichens. I couldn't say the word. Fish oil. Yeah, the fish oil is great. I take that. That helps with inflammation. 15 days of eating sunflower sesame seeds. Huh. Yeah, I've done all that, just about. The evening primrose oil I've done. It helps a little bit. If you're in perimenopause, you're in perimenopause and you got to try your best. I've tried the chasteberry, tried the progesterone cream on my arm, which I could have probably robbed a bank and killed somebody on that stuff. Even though it's natural, you have to be really careful. Okay, got it. Got it. But definitely, pumpkin seeds organic are extremely healthy for not just us, but also the men in our life. They contain zinc and it helps keep the prostate healthy. Okay, got it. Yeah, I've done the chase tree. I can't touch the ashwagandha. Makes me sick to my stomach. Black cohosh will drop your blood pressure. So if you have low blood pressure and low cortisol, be careful. Astragalus is a good, yeah, I think it's antiviral, a boost to the immune system. And I know it does some other stuff, but I forget. But yeah, most of them I have tried. Ashwagandha in anything just makes me sick to my stomach. It's like, oh, everybody's like, oh, I found this. And then I see it has ashwagandha in it. And I'm like, yeah, I can't try it. Can't take it. But the other thing, yeah, that surprised me was that about agave nectar, that it is higher in fructose than corn syrup. And that means that's going to be plugged into your liver. Your liver will become overwhelmed with that fructose. And that's when you'll see things happen in the body that aren't so good, including belly fat, including it affects your insulin resistance. In fact, even some people have said it, the syrups in our foods are causing it. That the fructose syrups are why we're seeing this huge increase in diabetes and insulin resistance all across America. Honey also has, to go back to honey, it has a phytochemicals and a fair amount, which can serve as antioxidants. And the darker it is, the higher in the antioxidants it is. And for 1 gram of these carbs in these different sugars, it's about 4 calories. Table sugar has 15 grams. And for a tablespoon, I was having trouble finding the carbohydrate amount. But I'm going to say it's going to be close to sugar because of the calorie count. It's going to be close to sugar at 15 grams by the way that you do the math. Like 1 gram of carbs equals about 4 calories. So yeah, 15 grams equals 60 calories in table sugar, which is extremely modified. So even with that information, I'm looking at honey being the safer alternative out of those three compared to table sugar, agave, nectar, fructose syrup. Honey will be probably the safer. However, fructose in general isn't necessarily your safer bet. It does. Yeah. And I don't use sugar in my coffee anymore because of that, because it starts you off on sugar. So then you start off the day and you go, once you give your body carbohydrates, it craves more because that's the fuel it's counting on, that and that alone. So I actually took the sugar out of my coffee. It was hard though, because I'll tell you what, I like a little sweetener in my coffee. And I wasn't using like super, like a lot. It was not a lot. And I still going towards keto and towards carnivore. I got rid of it. But now they're saying, and I don't know if you guys have heard it, that carnivore is not necessarily that safe. That there, and I don't know if who. This is the thing with studies. I don't know who funded that study. It could be, the grain makers of America, but they'll hide that. They're saying how high protein diets are leading to all kinds of issues with the heart and the cardiovascular system, which is so weird because you're seeing people have relief from so many other inflammatory issues by going carnivore. It just makes you wonder. And especially the lion diet that Jordan Peterson's daughter did, where she's really, really strict. Like the meat is not aged or anything. Hold on one second. It's a good thing to have, but my son is like giggling over the top, like just he gets in these moods now, and I think it's a sensory thing that he likes the way the giggle feels. And I'm grateful for that, but it becomes to where it doesn't ever stop and it gets really loud and it kind of sometimes can be creepy. Yeah, basically go back to what your grandparents used, but I'm still even our grandparents like didn't not everything was great that they did either. They were cooking in aluminum. They used a lot of aluminum. I learned that you would fatten chickens up sometimes on the farm with arsenic. Like how they survived is beyond me with all the stuff they were exposed to, and lots of lead exposure back then with lead pipes and such. But yeah, mostly go back to what your grandparents would recognize as a food. Stay away from anything in a box. If it's taking up a full shelf in the center of the store, um, it's made by a corporation. Same thing with end caps. Look for real foods. And we know that as, gardeners and everything like that. We know that. The inflammation factor from not, this is what I'm going to tell you, my personal story, what happened to me this week is unbelievable. And I used it's a honey that's a local honey. And that was all I added. And here also milk itself has some sugars in it too. So that's another reason why I'm going to possibly pull it out. Also, milk, if you are having like hormone issues, Shawnee, pull it out of your diet. It's meant to fatten calves. It's also hormonal. There's the cow's hormones in that milk, no matter if they withhold that the RGB, whatever, BSHTT, the numbers. They're like, oh, we don't give our cows these hormones. Well, legally, they're not allowed to. So that's just another gimmick on the container to pull you in to buy that product. My weakness is ice cream. I love ice cream, but I didn't bring it in the house. My secondary weakness that is a substitute for ice cream. I'm getting like hot because of this. This is my blanket for my sore muscles and it's on. I'm going to turn it off. He keeps trying to go to his sister. Malachi, you got to come out here. Leave your sissy alone. What are you doing? You stay where I can see you, please, and eat your sandwich. No, you eat your sandwich. Yes, sir. He loves to say no. Hey, Storms, Radios, and Cats. Anyway, what I did was there was Stonyfield whole milk organic yogurt was on sale, BOGO, this week. Okay, hold on a second. He never needs me more than when, of course, I go online and start talking. That's when he needs me the most, just like any kid. When mommy's on the phone, suddenly they're like, right in your face. So going back to what I was saying, bought the yogurt, thought, okay, that's keto. I can have that. I can have like some sliced up strawberries as long as there's nothing else on it. I had something kind of upset me, and what do I reach for but the honey and my cinnamon, my comfort food. I will put, and I only used a tablespoon. Of course, trying to get a tablespoon out of, I have a jug of honey. Trying to get just a tablespoon was ridiculous. It like went over. I was like, okay, yeah, I need to get a squeeze bottle. I put it over my yogurt with my cinnamon, and cinnamon helps your blood sugar. That's why I try to like combine them a little bit. I bloated up so much, so huge, my belly, and got, hey, prep for it, welcome in, and got so like almost sick. And I was like, okay, something is weird there. Like maybe it's because my body has been without any kind of sugar. But I wasn't thinking, because hadn't read that about it, you know, being so high in fructose and it going right for my liver. Well, another upsetting thing happened the night after, and I did it, and I got so sick. So sick. And I truly believe that it was like, no, we're busy enough processing all this fat in the keto diet that you just put fructose on top of it. My little liver cells, are talking to me. We can't do this. You need to just calm it down up there, what you're putting in your mouth. So I have not touched, I don't know if that was not last night, it was the night before. And my friends who are close to me knew I was sick because I let them know. And then also I realized, oh, I've been drinking lemon water. So on top of it, it was like on top of the fructose, I just soured milk in my stomach. Yay! So I was doubly sick. It was no fun. But I'm just wondering what you guys have done or found that you like, because I can't use erythritol or the monk fruit sweetener from Lakota or Lakoto, the name brand. I had it on my page on my community tab. I can't use that. It causes massive pain throughout my body because it's probably processed. I do want to try and get the monk fruit tree. That was when Maureen and I were on and we were talking about it a little bit. That was a suggestion from out of the box. And it's funny because, like when you put something in the back of your mind and somebody else brings it forward and it's like, yeah, I was going to look into that. And then I did, and I can grow it here. I can grow it. And then they powder the inside somehow. But yeah, it's good to see you guys come in. What I'm going to try and do, March, I'm hoping to do a Whole30 challenge. So if anybody wants to join me on that, it's basically just whole foods. It is not necessarily keto. You could probably combine it with keto, but it would turn out, I think, more like carnivore. It would be basically eating like your grandparents did. Okay. Trish, what? Let me put that up. And pure cane sugar. Yeah, that was the next one. I've got quite a few on the list that I'm going to go through and kind of contrast. And we can talk about them. Yep. Honey used to be mine, and I used to be fine with, some cane sugar too until I totally went off all these sugars. And now maybe it's because, of removing it, I'm more aware of adding it back in, what it's doing to my system, and some people it's like they don't have ears to hear. So they're going to keep using that agave syrup and thinking it's the cat's meow. That's fine. That's good for them. Are they thin while they're using it? Are they inflamed while they're using it? I don't know. But that's my goal, is to be a little bit thinner than I am now and to not be inflamed. So if they're passing on that information, then after reading what I've read, and this is like good sources that are saying this. This is like Cleveland Clinic, health food sources, like doctors that are both on both sides. Mm-hmm. That's the next one, Shawnee Shave, is maple. I was going to combine it with this one, but I was like writing all over my book last night, and I really wanted to do the study prior to that with my education background. It's like even that was not enough. I was like, I need more. Like I want to know more. Like I want to know what that liver does when you give it that fructose. Other than like I did read, it can cause. Let me see if I still have it on my phone, which is scary because this is what they're doing to us. And my phone is like just barely holding on at 18%. Something is wrong with my thing that I plug into my laptop. It's not charging my phone, but it's allowing my little mouse to work. Go figure. Exactly. It is. It can be hormonal imbalance. It can be your and same with me. It can be stress, like you said. Like if I don't have much cortisol. My adrenals, like if your adrenals are burning out from stress, and I know that you're dealing with it from what you said with your son and everything, and I deal with it with Malachi and just life in general. But prior to that, I dealt with extreme chronic stress going on in the family, and I think it just totally burnt me. And that will also allow belly fat, or you to even just look like you have belly fat. Like today, my belly's already trimmer. And Maureen and I have talked about this too, where we'll look at our scale and we are so many pounds lighter one day. The next day, we have eaten something, and it has caused so much inflammation in our body that we've gained that weight back. It's crazy. But I will tell you that sugar causes you to hang on to water too. You too, Guardian. I hope you're doing well. Sugar will cause you to hold on to water also. So that's one of the reasons people do keto and they see all of a sudden this huge drop in their weight in the beginning. It's water weight. It's the water being released from your cells that the cells have been holding on to while you've been running off of glucose. And right now for me, it's the hard thing. The thing that I have a hard time with is your brain can run off of supposedly fats because they do it with children who have epilepsy. Keto's been around for a long time. It was actually to help children with epilepsy. But your brain responds to glycation or glucose. So that I need to really, do a little bit more research in. And I think that can be found just in the carbs that I get through vegetables and fruits. But people get used to that and they get that high, and then they get that serotonin fix too from putting in the carbs, and it does become an addictive process. It definitely does. But the fructose and what it does to your liver, these companies are killing our organs with some of this stuff. Yeah, that's what I use. I don't use Celtic. Look into Celtic. Look up Celtic sea salt and some of these salts that we're using, and lead, and see what turns up. All my Celtic sea salt went outside, and I used it in between my pavers. And I had a really good brand. Some of them have heavy metals in them. So definitely check it out. But I did put in a sea salt into my you put it in for keto, you actually mix it into your keto lemonade, which is not lemonade. I guess you could make it that way if you can handle the erythritol stuff, but it's sea salt and lemon. It's sea salt and lemon. That's why you see prep for it. You see a lot of people going towards Redmond's. It's not just they're getting a kickback. I think that's one of the salts that hasn't been found to have as much heavy metals in it. Okay, let's see. Here we go. There's actually lawsuits now about, or there will be, because this is a lawyer's website that I also found this on. There is what is called fructose. You're getting fructose intolerant, basically, or it becomes fructose malabsorption. And it's fructose malabsorption, formerly called dietary fructose intolerance, occurs when cells on the surface of the intestines aren't able to break down fructose efficiently. Fructose is a simple sugar known as a monosaccharide that comes mostly from fruits and some vegetables, but now we know it doesn't. They're syruping it. They're basically injecting it into all our foods. And then it says it is also found in honey, agave nectar, and many processed foods that contain added sugars. They don't dare say, because it's, I guess, lawyer's website, high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, I know. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, I have that gene, I'm pretty sure too. At least the lady who I went to, who is a PA, but also functional medicine practitioner, under, another doctor, she clued into, I have that gene. So the consumption of fructose from high fructose, there it is. Okay, high fructose corn syrup. Here's what is so scary. Has increased over 1,000% from 1970, when I was a kid, until 1990. There's been a 1,000% increase in high fructose corn syrup absorption in our foods, like that we're consuming. So they're saying, of course, it's possible. I wouldn't even say possible. It's probable that this rise in consumption has led to an increase in fructose malabsorption and intolerance. If you consume fructose and feel digestion issues, you may be affected by fructose malabsorption. Hey, J3GS! So fructanes are fermentable carbohydrates that are composed of short chains of fructose with a single attached glucose unit. Fructane intolerance may coexist with fructose malabsorption or be the underlying cause of your symptoms. So there's also hereditary fructose intolerance. So they're causing all of us to, the cells on our intestines, and it doesn't discriminate internal, external, just all our intestines, that is doing that to us. And imagine that would also, Shawnee, cause issues that we're seeing physically with the swelling. One thing I notice when it's something that is irritating to me that I'm eating, the swelling is different. It stems from like almost right up where my stomach is, underneath my rib cage, all the way down. The whole area bloats. If it's just that, I need to eat more fiber or something like that, because the system too, you're not emptying as well once your hormones and everything, like while you're shifting around with those hormones, that's lower. That's, in the lower area, you'll see that kind of bloating. But the fructose and stress fat is lower, and then it can kind of go up. Yeah, more water is the best thing. Get more water into your diet, Shawnee. Get more water. Even like, I know they were like, oh, don't do juice because you're missing the fiber. Heck no. If I do green juices, sometimes that's all I need. Yeah, that's something, that's a intolerance that you've got going on. That's an intolerance. So I would be careful with the lectins. I would try and do, seeds where, because a lot of the people who, oh, good. Okay. You start filtering your city water. Good. But yeah, you need a little bit of the, a healthy sea salt in it. And also Maureen and I have talked about, especially for her, because she has the thyroid issues. And I'm starting to believe, yeah, she's convinced me that there's possibly some thyroid issues going on with me too, because I had that high contrast done when my gallbladder was acting up, and that can cause your thyroid to just completely slow down, or it can even just kill your thyroid. Like, people have gone into complete the Hashimoto's, like thyroiditis, like that, soon after getting the high contrast. Hey, Out of the garden, welcome in. J3GS Farm. Well, I was going to open it up, but I don't know if I really should because it's more of just, oh no, prep for it. Well, then, hang with Maureen and I because we're both really trying to get control of our bodies attacking themselves. And that now makes sense if our bodies are in constant inflammation and hurting from all this fructose, from all these things in the environment. No wonder they're acting out. Just like we talked about kids, like behavior is communication. Inflammation is communication, I believe too. Your body is trying to say, hey, help. Something's not right in here. Help, help. And one of the things right away that wasn't right for me was sugar. I knew I needed to release that from my diet to see if I could get some relief. And right away, like I said, it's water weight, but I lost like 4 to 5 pounds right out the gate. The first, and it was so creepy because it was in 1 week. And I was like, that's not normal. Something's weird because, yeah, that's a little high for 1 week for me because, you know, but I am, so anyway, March will be my Whole30, or you can do we'll maybe call it something else because Whole30 is kind of, got the little C next to it and stuff. But maybe like what your grandparents would eat. I don't know. Some people can do it self-sufficiently because they have that set up. I don't. One of the things is I wish we just had a little more land around our house and we had a 2-car garage and I could have, some agriculture. I'd be fine because otherwise I just, it's beautiful here. I don't really want to move out of South Florida, but it's becoming harder and harder to afford and we can't have chickens in our city limits. Yeah, you have to have folate. I take one that is actually B complex, and you need the B12 to also, I forget if it was processed proteins. It was something for keto that you needed to make sure your B12 and D with that gene you're going to need to stay on top of. 12 and absorption. I'm just asking Google Pants. Protein, or is it protein? I have that same thing. I take one that is sublingual, sort of. It's actually made for people who have had, their gallbladders removed or some kind of other surgery. Yeah, mine gets absorbed and sent, something like that. Yeah, the ag land's getting harder and harder to find out of garden. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of man-made vitamins can be toxic. You also will have fillers in them that are not allowed on the keto diet, like rice hull. Like, who the hell needs a rice hull? Excuse my language, but that's not a vitamin when you see rice hull. It's a filler. Oh, okay. That sounds like a good one. You'll have to message me that one. Hey, DJ Ron, mechanic, what's up? Good to see you. I'm doing pretty good today, thankfully. We're just talking about how I honeyed myself, and I love honey. And I'm not saying like don't do honey. I'm saying actually honey is a better fructose to do than that agave syrup. Stay away from that agave syrup. That agave syrup is a man-made product on your shelf unless you are making it at home. It is a man-made syrup that is higher in fructose than high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, right. They just keep building the fancy houses on that ag land down here, or they keep shifting it over so it's no longer, yeah, and create a community. Exactly. I hope you're doing well today, DJ Ron. Nice to have you coming in. Yeah, mine is I'm trying to think of the brand. I had gotten it specifically because it was made for people who had had any kind of bariatric surgery, and it works for me if I take it consistently. If I don't take it consistently, of course, it's not going to work because it's not in my system. It's like consistently is what I have to remember. Consistency would help with my system. But so does vitamin D, super important too for the aches and pains of autoimmune and fibromyalgia. And I know people stay in the wait line for Mr. J3GS Farm and his honey. So though, like if you are in a certain state, you want to find a beekeeper that is in that state who's producing honey, and that's where you're going to find your most benefit. You might want to check out their operation too, because some people are fake online and they will just order a massive amount of whatever kind of honey and rebottle it. So you want to check out the operation if you can. But yeah, for the choice of the day would be honey because it has so many more benefits to it than agave. If you're going to do between the two, honey wins. And also, it's disappointing again because here we go. They call it agave nectar. You're getting nectar. Sounds so delicious. No, it's not. It's agave syrup. High fructose syrup is the truth. So, anyway, I think I've nailed that quite a few times. I want to thank everybody for coming in. I'm going to open probably. Oh, cool. That's way cool. Oh, mine's all plastic, so I don't have any Angie. All these new cars are like plastic under there. I don't know what you would paint. But that's, I was talking to DJ because I saw him in a live chat and I saw he was a mechanic, and we have currently a car that we may be selling, which was my mom's, because of all the issues that have come back that it had. Right? Exactly. Prep for it. It sounds so natural and good for you, but it is not. Mm-mm-mm. Correctamundo. Cool. That's awesome, Glenn. Now, are you going to have like help from like overflow from the one that you've been helping out at, or just from learning their setup, or just because you can't eat what your garden's producing? That's so awesome. That's great. I'd be like, I could do that if I wanted to stay out there with my annuals long enough, but also I can't because he yanks them. Yeah, we call them jegs. Yep, that's right. We call them jegs, or J3. I call them sometimes too. J3, but you'll hear them called jegs. He was Army like my husband. Whoop whoop. Duty first. So I'm going to drop the link, and forgive me if uh, like it's time to get to know each other, but got to show your face is my only request. The only person who does not have to show his face to me is well known. I won't name that person, and he's usually hiding out in the back of talks. Oh, is that where it comes from? Oh, that's sweet. That's so sweet. So I've got a little time where we can open up the panel. It doesn't have to be about, fructose syrup. It can be about what's going on with what you planted. There you go. Great idea. Well, if you can do it, man. If I could, I would. Yeah, right. The soil can handle it now. Then you've got to re up the soil again because we live on sand and it just sucks it down. Good for you, Glenn. That's great. Yeah, my it's really weird. I think it's though it's drying out, but it might be because the bed is like, some kind of wood from the Red Dragon country. but I have noticed a difference in the soil in my elevated bed compared to the bed that is over here. Yeah, I need to get on some kind of rotation. The problem is if I wake up early, he wakes up. So he is following me outside. And I've learned the hard way with taking him outside and trying to garden with him because even if I garden and he is right next to me, he's so fast. He just pulls something up or does one of these and acts up and we'll just dig up everything. I just plant it. Whoa. 50 loads of arbor? Got it. Oh, okay. Oh, lucky you. Did you get like the chip drop? I keep telling my husband, well, kind of like, hey, you think we could get that on the canal side and maybe share it with the neighbors? His only concern with being in the industry of lawn and then the company also has pest control is the ticks that might come in with it and other things. Hey, Jakes.
I
Hey,
just,
Jakes. Oops, you're in the dark.
I'm in the dark.
Yeah, I can't see you. Maybe it's a signal.
Turn your lights on. Can you see me now?
No, it's just on my side. It's like black triangle, all black.
No.
No picture.
I can see you and I can see me on there.
Really? I don't know
Yeah,
what's going on.
it's me and you.
I'm afraid to update, do something to this. Also, I don't know where the box went because I did the. Do you have to do the setting each time?
For what?
For yeah, you do. I think automatically. Um,
The box for what?
the box to share is it up there?
Yeah, it's on. I'm
See,
up
on
there.
my side it doesn't show, so I don't know if I'm sharing it. Okay.
You there's a little box on yours that says share.
Yeah, but I don't see it on my side since I'm the one sharing. It's not here.
Okay, I'll show
So is
you.
it on your side? Do you see the blue box? Oh,
Uh,
there you are. I see you now. I don't
okay,
know what happened.
let me see what we're gonna name this. Time with Florida
Oh,
Sunshine.
there you go. That's fine. Yeah, you can actually maybe inform us a little bit more about honey and its benefits since you're the one who produces quite a bit. And I heard yours is excellent, that you have a waiting list.
That's what they tell me.
Aspen drop off. Oh, I've never heard of them. I guess it's a company up there, an arbor company had a garden. Oh, prep for it. I saw my husband gets those. I'm so sorry.
Okay, now you just see your
Up your zinc.
look up there.
Yes, I see it. I see your okay. Thank you. That's so weird. I didn't. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I
I'm,
don't know how. Yeah, it'll always come up now though because I changed the setting. Right, like what you taught us. I changed that setting, and now it's always going to come up that way. Okay, unless I change it back. All right. All right.
I'm just
Sorry.
coming.
Just YouTube stuff, you guys. Sorry.
I'm coming up
YouTube stream.
because I want to be deterred from a headstone.
What? Headstone.
Yeah,
What?
for somebody that died back in '95.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah,
From
my
what?
my sisters bug me. Our granddaddy needs a headstone. He needs a headstone.
Oh, they're bugging you about it. Oh, oh my goodness. Well,
Snow.
let them start raising the funds. Tell
Well,
them get there and throw a bake sale.
I hate folks bugging me about certain stuff. So instead
Mm-hmm.
of family
Hey,
bugging
she is
me about
sunshine.
stuff, I just take care of it. How you
Yeah.
doing, Sunshine?
Oh, they clear the power lines of trees and they're down here. Okay. I'll have to check them out.
They must be clearing it.
Hmm.
They're clearing power line everywhere because this Wi-Fi been stupid.
Yeah. They're starting to say that that might have been a hit, though. I know some of the sheriff's office that came online and was saying that they weren't getting much help was saying that they were down for 2 months because they got the H word from like, and they're getting it still from three different countries are constantly
Okay.
going after our um, systems, like our city setup systems. So that's kind
We
of scary.
We've got Kinetics. They're a Wi-Fi people. Uh, what is it? Stream. I forgot what their original name was. But anyway, they're working in our city, putting up new poles and putting
Mhm.
power lines in the ground and everything. And they've been
Yeah.
doing this for at least a little over a month.
Yeah.
And my Wi-Fi been acting stupid ever since they did it. They put a pole about 50 feet from
Oh,
my house, and my Wi-Fi it acts stupid.
it's interfering with it.
I
I wonder what they put up on that pole that's
I don't
doing it.
know.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
can
we had them come through and put up cement down here because of our hurricanes. They were taking out all the old wood poles
right.
and such like that. And yeah, but mine's been okay. I have a different carrier than those. I was like, should I say my carrier online? I don't know if I want to.
I come on with Miss T, and everything's fine until it's almost time to shut the show off. Then
Uh-huh.
we start buffering and all that stuff. So
Weird. It might be just the load that's on locally, maybe. It just becomes too much. I don't know.
I don't think it's that. I think they doing something with the Wi-Fi.
Probably they'll sit on it and not say that they're doing that, of course. If you have also certain companies will do that more than others. Got the H word. Oh no, that's awful.
Uh,
Months. That's scary. Can you imagine being in the hospital and then being like, "Oh, we can't locate your records because it appears all our systems just went down." Horrible. That's just horrible. Hey, cool gamer. Oh, cool gamer popped over to yours. He was in
it's a
here before. There you
it's a
go.
different thing, Sunshine. This is totally different.
Yeah, yeah. That is just
Oh,
my
I'm sorry.
brother
She
is.
is Sunshine because we got
She
two
is
Sunshine.
sunshine. I know. Got so much sunshine. I told her we got to do a show together sometime and just blast YouTube with some lights.
Got all this rays coming around.
That's right.
Sunshine.
We need it. We need it right
Cool
now,
gamer,
especially
welcome in.
since everything is electronic. They can. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, that's some scary stuff. I mean, I think it's like a wake up call to be kind of prepared.
Yeah.
And like, what are you going to do if you don't have that available to you?
Well,
And I know Storm's radios and cats. That's his thing is the radios. So he's definitely one to hook up with, and he loves teaching that stuff. A lot of it for me though is like, I need him to do radios for dummies for me.
I,
It's
I've
just not.
I've got a CB. I've got to get me an antenna.
Oh, he would love that. He's got CB going all the time. One time he was switching it, and he's like, this one. They've got people on it from like way far away taking up
Mm,
the channel and just being annoying, just to take up the channel.
right.
He's like, yep, it happens. And they do that. And yeah. So you got to find your channels. And sometimes you have to switch channels because they'll do that. It's almost the simpleton way of doing the H word. Like, get on there and just make a bunch of noise and make it annoying for people to use that channel. But yeah, I'd like to learn CB again. I remember those when I was younger. Thought they were so cool when I was like way younger.
Yeah, I used to do it too. Uh,
Yeah.
Back in '77, my father he had an antenna on the car. It was so I think the antenna almost was like 15, 20 feet.
Sounds
And,
good, Glenn. Have a good time with that. That would kill me right now.
and
Sounds good.
the trucker used to we were going from Chicago to Georgia, and
Mhm.
a few of the truckers said, "Oh, they must be trying to call Africa." I said, "Oh, I guess we are."
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is
I
like I
guess
forget where he said it was coming from. I'll have to ask him again. I don't know if he's in the background. I know he hasn't been feeling too good. He's been having headaches. Hey, so blessed. What's up? Good to see you. Now,
Hey,
how do I say so blessed or so bless?
so
How do we
bless,
say
bless.
so bless? We do say bless. Okay. Oh, hey,
Hey,
Sammy
Miguel, how
Joe.
you doing?
How you doing? It's good to see you.
I guess
Thank you.
everybody said they ain't had nothing to do, so we're just gonna see what J3 is doing today.
That's right. Either that or we're all procrastinating.
Well, it rained here this morning, and I don't go out.
Oh,
I don't mess around in wet dirt or anything, so I'm
yeah,
just
no.
sitting here chilling and
Yeah.
being annoyed by my sister and brother.
Mm, yeah. That's kind of how why I left my old Facebook was not to be annoyed by those kind of things.
No, they calling me on the phone.
Oh.
I should have said they sending messages on the phone.
Yeah, I kind of blocked those with certain ones. Not to be mean, but they were the ones always asking for stuff. And it's like, I don't have it just because I have a house. Oh, awesome. So, Bless, what did you drop, if I can ask? Or are you putting a video out?
Let's drop second round of second round of seeds. She putting some seeds in the dirt.
I know. I'd like to go and do
Oh,
some of that too.
50
I need more
degrees.
dirt, though. I need more
Ooh,
dirt.
50 degrees and sunny. That's too cold for
Yeah,
me.
it's way cold for a southerner. Mm-mm. That's when we bring out our sweatshirts down here and long pants. And then you see all the people from Canada are like in their shorts, and that's how you can spot them.
Yeah,
It's like, that's all you have to do. Look
right,
around and who's in shorts in the 50s. It's like, oh, yep, you're visiting.
right. Well,
Hey, Backyard Garden Flow. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in. Welcome in, y'all. Well, earlier today I was talking about I don't know if y'all use it, but you might want to stop. It was agave nectar, and nectar is just a commercialized word. It is not nectar. It is a fructose syrup, and it's actually higher in fructose than high fructose corn syrup. I compared and contrasted it against honey. Both are about equal in calories, but honey is much better for you as far as its benefits.
right.
Um,
It
and
has
it being, you can have it raw. It does not have to be processed at all. You can have raw honey in your diet.
right.
Oh, hey, whoops. Hey, welcome, welcome. Oh, you're up in the bay. Okay.
Yeah, that's resilient dad.
Man, is he resilient dad? You're up.
He's
How
in
is it up there now? What are you guys getting for weather? Because they're off the hotter. If he's in Tampa Bay, that's the bay he means. They're on the hotter side of Florida. When summer comes in, I feel bad for everybody on
he's
that.
in California.
Oh, different bay. Okay, you're out near the
He's in
bay that
California.
my brother and sister-in-law are out near. They moved from that bay into towards wine country to get ag land
Hey,
right before all the fires that broke loose and burnt down like wineries. They came very close. They had a tree come in and come down on their property, but thankfully everything was okay. All right, Bay Area, California. Welcome, welcome, West Coast. Welcome in.
I'd be in swimsuit if I was a
Yes, yes, that's what's going on. Thank you, Tris. Yes, yeah, we got a shared stream, and that's what
right,
Jags taught us how to do. So that's what you'll see when Maureen and I are on, or Diva in the Dirt when we're on at night. Now you'll see people come
right,
in from both sides,
right.
from both
So
channels.
Sammy Joe said she'd be in a swimsuit if it was 50 degrees where she was at.
Sammy Joe, where's she? Shannon Joe, where are you? That you would
She's
say
in
that.
Canada.
Oh, heck yeah. See what I say? The Canadian, yep. Yeah, the Canadians are at our beaches at 50. That's how you know. It's like, oh, they're here. But we're grateful for you. Grateful for that money flow through Florida. Thank you very much, especially South Florida.
Hey,
Just not grateful for the people from Quebec who can't seem to use turn signal. And they like to do those turns that are from all the way on the right over to the left. I know they're lost, but even when they're going right, turn signal, click, 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 that sound in your car. It goes click, 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 click. Use that, please. Please.
David Hoskin, how you doing? Honeybees. Okay.
I figured out my. Oh no. It's toxic? Would you find out that they had something there before you were there? That's Oh wow. I know it's crazy. They got all this rain now.
Hmm.
It would be nice if it just kind of leveled out and you got a little here and a little there and you didn't go into drought and then all of a sudden you're having mudslides and all kinds of other effects because you're not used to the rain. That's terrible, Trish. I hope that works itself out. Hey, David Hoskins. Honey bees.
Another beekeeper.
Yeah, another beekeeper. Well, we were just talking up your honey, saying it's definitely a better source of nutrition and better for you than that agave syrup they call nectar, which is not nectar. I'll tell you what, tequila's closer to nectar, agave nectar, than agave nectar because it's fermented. So, and it's probably a little more fun for people. Some people. Just keep your clothes on, please.
But that honey in
Oh,
the
okay.
store, tell y'all plain and
Yeah.
simple, the honey in the store is not really honey.
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that. Do you know how much a percentage of syrup they can put into honey and still call it honey? Do you
I
know
think
about?
they gotta put at least 10% honey.
That's
But
it. Just
what is 10%? Look
yeah.
at what is 10% when you making 1,000 gallons.
Wow, we are getting grifted. Those stores are grifting the heck out of America. That's
And
awful.
one of the things I say about it, if you can go to 5 different stores just by the same brand, and
Hmm.
if you test it and they all taste the very same, there's no slight taste of anything, it responds the same.
Mm, okay, that's a good test. You all heard it here.
And
That's how you
then
can test your honeys. My honey that I got locally, oh my gosh, the smell is just fantastic. It's so floral and just beautiful smell.
another thing for real honey, for those that don't add heat to their honey, when they put their honey, and even though we strain our honey, if
Hmm.
you let your honey sit up and now all that foam at the very top, when you open it up,
Hmm.
that's a little, that's particles from the
Okay.
wax and stuff too. So it's honey, but it's just
Yeah.
little particles from the wax.
Oh, okay. Got you. For the
So
raw honey.
if you don't have that little white foam at the top, it's like it's all the bubbles are just coming together. If you
Hmm.
don't have that, 9 times out of 10, you don't have real honey too.
Oh, I'll be darned.
That's just a little.
Okay.
That's just a little
Well,
thing that.
could they strain it though? Like, would that take out some of that
Yes,
if
you
they
can
strain
strain
it?
it.
Okay.
When I
But
strain
will
mine,
they,
I
yeah.
have a strainer, and I also use what they call a painter's bag. It's
Uh huh.
real
I
fine.
know. Like,
It's real fine.
yep.
So even though you
Hmm.
strain it, you still get little particles of it in your honey, and that's one of the ways you
I
can
bet
tell
it.
that it's real honey.
I bet
That's
it
one of the
was
ways
way
I can
better.
tell it's real honey.
Okay. Yeah, I actually was told to get those bags too for fruit when it's ripening here. So certain things can't eat it, especially our papayas. And it's to keep we have a papaya fruit fly. It looks like a small little wasp, and she goes and makes your papayas a little nursery for
Yeah,
all her nasty babies.
what's that like?
You open it up and you got like a worm nursery.
Like the
Picture. Okay, hold on one second. Bob the train. Let's take a picture.
okay,
His talking is getting better and better. Sorry about that.
no problem. That's like the fig and the wasp.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
The fig has the same kind of thing where the fruit fly looks like a wasp, or like, because
no,
ours looks like.
where the wasp drills into the fig and makes it at home. But
Oh yeah,
that's not here in our area. That's
other
over in the
areas.
hot
We
areas.
we
Hot area.
probably would have it because we're getting all that stuff here. I remember one time watching Lead, and remember when the murder hornets were out
Yeah.
and being talked about? You remember that video of his? And I think it was a peach tree. And he shows how close he came to that hornet's nest when he was like doing stuff with the peach tree because it looked just
Mhm.
like a peach,
Right.
almost like just hanging there, the same shape if you're looking through the tree and just see the shadow from the sun. Oh my goodness, frightening.
I've seen the big wasp in here and everything, but they never bother me, and I don't bother
Yeah,
them.
They're good for the garden. They will go and they're predatory and they'll kill some of the other stuff you don't want in your garden. I can't believe you have snow, Sammy Joe. That just seems so weird. We're down here like it's cooler, but we're still sweating in our cars.
They're in the north. You're in the south.
Oh, I know. She's way in the north. But it's like, you live in your own little world and you think everybody's kind of maybe just a little variation off of it. That's a huge ice stream.
I don't
Oh,
like
600 microns. Okay. I didn't
like,
even know you. Go ahead.
especially with snow out there.
Mm-mm. So I guess you're starting everything inside, Sam and Joe. I can assume that. I would not be good at living up north and doing that in and out thing and hardening off. No, I like Direxo or my tropicals. Hey, Food Forest Permaculture. Hey, Howie, welcome in. Good to see you too.
David, you strain yours with 600 whatever you strain it that much, so you don't have any product in yours. Me personally, I like that little foam to be in it, so that folks, those that know, would really realize it's real honey and not something that's made up.
Yeah. I haven't had. I've had honeycomb honey, and I love that. But now I realize it's not so great necessarily for the bees because they have to redo all that structure again, right? Do they not sell it?
They'll make it again. They'll make it again.
Oh, okay.
I just don't like the way it tastes. I don't.
Oh, really?
I use frames in mine. I don't go frameless and let them make the cone and everything. But I've got another buddy where he does the cones, and
hey, bro, welcome in.
I got one. One of the other YouTubers, I think the daughter had a school project or whatever. I sent her some, and I also bought one for me. And it's been almost I'm not gonna say a year, but let me see. Let's see if I got this over here.
I bet he was excited. I'd be excited to see the first snowfall, but not in it. Oh, how pretty that is.
That's the one I got from a friend. I don't like it. The honey is fine, but I don't like it when it's in the cone.
Yeah, I know. You got it. It's just like you got to chew that wax to get it kind of out.
This been sitting for a long. So.
That's what I do. That's what I would do. It was more like definitely a healthier version than those. You remember those little wax bottles with that red dye stuff? Honeycomb is way more healthier.
Yes, it is.
That's how I remember having honeycomb when I was a kid, and so it brings back that nostalgia of honeycomb. I'll be starting my season 1st of March. Okay. Oh, Nova Scotia. Okay, so that's right. That's on the East Coast, right? I believe. I think I actually had family members that split off from the family. Some went to New York, and some went there around the Revolutionary War. From my grandmother's side of the family, the Welsh side. Where am I now? Okay, y'all just saying hello to each other. Yeah. But yeah, that's really pretty presentation, though. I like the presentation. It would be good, like for a student, to give them that if they're doing a presentation on a honeybee, right, to be able to show in class.
I don't like it. I don't like the.
Just don't, yeah. If it didn't upset my stomach, because my body is basically, it's releasing, I think, a lot of the stored water that we use to digest sugars. Mm-hmm. I think I would have been okay. Also, I have to give credit to the darn lemon water with the dairy. I just wasn't thinking, because I can't have any other
dairy.
Yeah. When you're on keto, you drink like lemon water with a little bit of sea salt. Some people will put like the fake sweeteners in it. My body does not like fake sweeteners. I get in like massive amounts of pain so far from all of them, like the erythritol or the monk fruit, the commercialized monk fruit, I should say. No, I haven't tried raw. But yeah, I was drinking my lemon water and having one of my favorite desserts, which was raw honey on whole fat organic yogurt, plain yogurt with cinnamon all over it. What?
Color Train.
Sammy Joe, I'm still working on them. I'm still working on them.
Color Train.
but I don't have to be finished with them till around the. I got all the way up to the 20th of March to be finished,
Mm,
and I'm just taking my time. You see, I'm always here on YouTube,
I
so
know. I know
I'm
that's
just
me
taking my
too.
time with it. And it's rain. It was raining here, so I didn't go out to do anything. I haven't even
Mhm.
been outside yet since it was raining.
How
I
are
don't
you all
go.
doing in Georgia with the predators that had come after the bees, and how do you deal with that?
I haven't had too many predators with mine, other than the regular bugs that bees have,
Okay.
mites and
Hmm.
other little bugs that they have. But as
That they
far as
bring in.
big four-legged predators and stuff, I haven't had any problem.
That's good. That's very good. I'm listening right down. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, Duncan, hey, you slipped in. Hello, hello, Brenda. Good to see you. Wow, David. What? That's a person. Wow, good for you. And that must have been very hard as a beekeeper. Oh my gosh. That must have been so hard. That's crazy. Oh, have fun, Howie. Yeah, get those cool weather crops. We're pretty much over that down here this far, unless I put them inside. Even radishes are iffy now that they might get going and bolt with the
I,
spring
I
coming.
don't. I don't want to say too much, but I did mess up when I put them jackfruit the other day.
Wait, what? What happened with your chocolate?
I messed up my jackfruit. I put five of them outside,
Oh
and
no.
I put it in the carport, but I had it too far close to the edge, so whenever the sun came up,
Hmm.
the sun hit it, and whoo, now
Oh no.
I'm hoping that it survive. I'll give him some more water, move him to the shade.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if I can keep one alive back here, the cold would be more of a concern because this one's in broad daylight.
Yeah, I got
He's
I still got nine of them right here. They're
That's
surviving.
amazing.
They're
That's amazing.
surviving, but I think the problem gonna be is going to take them outside.
Mm. I'm hoping mine's gonna fruit this year because it was throwing off the little male flowers that look like the fruit, and that's usually the precursor to the next season. You'll be getting some fruits, but my tree is still only maybe about this big around, so I'm wondering, like, I'm gonna have to make hard decisions if it
They,
fruits high.
these trees are not even a pencil size yet.
Yeah, that's how they
They,
start. Yep.
they might be the sizes of the lead. That's about it, but not the pencil.
That's how mine started, and mine was started from the store too, like from Whole Foods had one, and I took the seeds from that. Oh, okay, Prep for thanks for coming in. I hope you continue to
Hello,
recover
G Mama
well.
Bro.
Yay, G Mama, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah,
Glad to have you.
I took all the seeds that that jackfruit had and put them in the dirt and everything, and out of it had to been over 20 or 30 seeds that I actually put in the dirt, and
Mm,
I got what, 9, 10.
yeah.
I got about 16
Okay. I
out of
put some kale in, but I forget. It's like the purple kale that I put in a while ago to hope to just get some kale before we hit our spring weather. I've got
yeah.
mustard out there, and I'm hoping the mustard will actually bolt because I want the seeds. I'm just leaving it alone and hoping it'll bolt because I would love to grow my own mustard seeds for planting mustard, but also making it. I'd like to see if I can make my own from what I grow. Yeah, Howie just headed out to go back to planting. I don't know if he's in earshot, but she's saying hello. G Mama grows hard in the garden, saying hi to you, Howie, if you're in earshot. Yeah, I have I think you say it shisho. Spinach was coming back. I have to go check it today. And it looked like my chamomile was coming back. Uh I the false roselle I didn't pay much attention to because I want the real one. I want roselle growing. And the false roselle, it's supposed to be the cranberry hibiscus, but it's not the pretty one. Um, it's a green leaf variety, and it seems to have more spiky, like the calyxes are just a little bit too spiky and hard. So I don't want them dropping seeds and doing the life cycle in my garden and us getting poked every time we're over near the thing. Like, you gotta, if a plant does that, they better be producing something really good. Like, and with him, I have to be careful. Like, no lemons. I can't do dragon fruit because he might just grab it and then get hurt, go back out and grab it the next week. So
Yeah.
he won't remember. I bet a lot of people up north are like, I can't wait. Ooh, is it time?
I
And
think
other
it's
people are growing inside. GT Junior has that thing that he does for the challenge of growing inside. I don't have the space.
the only thing I got right now is kumquats out there. My
Mm,
blueberries, they're getting ahead on them. On the blueberries, they're getting ahead, and
yeah,
that's it.
my blueberries. Do you know what they did? They dropped their leaves because we go dormant. Within 2 weeks, they had leaves, and then everything went dormant and started dropping leaves and looking like death warmed over. They flowered, no leaves, just little flowers on them. Like, help, we're dying, we got to reproduce. I was like, that's so weird. But I still have that other one in the dirt, like you told me, and I'm hoping maybe, you know, there'll be some kind of resurrection down there near the roots because it's an emerald blueberry, I believe, the one that needs to resurrect. You'd be needing a nap.
Yes,
I'll
it's
take a nap too.
resurrect.
Right, I'll be taking a nap too. We won't be on much longer because it's like almost 4, and I have the wifely duties. Oh my goodness, I was watching
Saying why you said I need a nap.
because she probably been seeing you on a bunch of lives, maybe.
Well, I didn't take a nap, but
Oh,
I
love
went to
that.
chill out for a little while. Then my daughter's boyfriend called me, so I got back up.
Did a little chill session.
Yeah,
That's what I would like. That I would like a nap. Nap is like my favorite word if I can do it. Otherwise, I get jealous because nap is just wonderful. I love naps.
I don't like taking naps because if I do, I can't sleep at night.
Yeah, it does that to me now too. But I can't sleep at night anyway, so I might as well get a little rest. Might as well get some rest somewhere. Goodness, that's little man. He's like, I can put him down at 10:30, and he's like, oh, sun's up. Boom, he's up. I'm like, go back to sleep. I'm still growing indoors until April. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
zone 6A. Yeah, I would need something higher.
Lenore, Lenore's journey. Oh, you changed your name. I'm Miss
Oh,
Harriet.
maybe gleaner's journey, like they glean, how you glean the crops.
Yeah, she changed her name.
Oh, welcome in. I like that name. That's what Ruth did. Ruth was a gleaner. That's how she met her husband. Glean those crops. Got a good husband.
No, that
Hmm.
when I sit back in the chair, it's not me sleeping. Actually, I'd be stretching.
Yeah, stretch that back. I wish I could do that. These are not that great for that. Yeah, right. See, yeah, because Brenda has to stay up on those on the wood burning stuff in her house to keep her house warm. So she's always loading up everything.
Sometimes I wish I did. My grandparents, they used to have a wood stove in their room.
That's what she does. Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I had one here.
I would love to have one if I lived up north, but then again, I'd be so concerned that little man would.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
don't know how you protect it from people who are like special needs who wouldn't know better.
right.
That's a thing. I
And
guess
this,
if you had it like the fireplace, but then usually it sticks out enough so you can use it, like, cook on it. I don't
well,
know.
in this house right here, in this room, it was supposed to be a
Um,
fireplace, and they had it. They had a wall come out and then
I love
down,
that. Mhm.
and I let it stay there for about 4 years.
Mhm.
Stayed in. Then I finally took it. There was all these bricks here. I took down another wall.
Oh, wow.
Now, all them bricks and stuff, they're sitting right there in the yard. They've been sitting there for years now.
Oh, I would love those bricks. Too bad we aren't closer because we have the Chicago brick when you walk in our patio, and the person who lived here before us created like the stepping stone area right next to where I park my car. I'm too short for it because it's like a stepping stone and then it's gravel. I need those bricks fill
What
in that
color are the
whole
brick?
area,
What color are
level
your
it up.
bricks?
I don't know. They're like the Chicago style, the old Chicago with the like little bit of orange, little bit of red. They
Red
got
on.
just
No,
warm colors.
these are white bricks. These are white.
Oh, fire bricks. You've got the fire
No, no, no.
bricks.
These are white bricks with waves on them. They're
Okay,
the bricks
yeah,
for the
totally different.
whole house, but they're white.
I'd use them in the backyard then for edging. That's
No,
what I would use.
I'm
But
gonna
that's a
make
lot of work to get those all down and everything because they're so small.
I'm gonna
Hey, good to see you.
I'm gonna
Hey,
make a
Mr. T with the T. I wasn't up for, yeah, I wasn't up at 9. I don't think much this week,
I'm gonna
Mama.
make a mailbox to put out front, and so I could take down that wooden post. I
Oh,
just
nice.
I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Are you where you are in the city? Do you guys have any of those problems where they do the bat out the window kind of
No, no.
baseball? They
I'm in
that
this.
way.
I'm in the city. That's not
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, no, they used to do that down here with some of the suburban areas. I thought it was hilarious. So people started doing that with cement, putting in cement and rocking their clock as they came by with that bat.
No,
Oh, I was like, yep, that's how you do it. Teach them a lesson good. Ring their
it's,
head a little bit. That's how I heat my house. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard it is one of the best ways to heat the house. The only problem is I would need something to really catch all the ash with having asthma and sinus allergies. Because I anything like dust, and if a house is really dusty, I start to get inflamed. Hey, sweet thumb, I got to make my way over to you. I got to start writing down names. That was the same thing the other day. I meant to go back and watch the lives. I
hey,
think it
Miss
was
T,
um
sweet thumbs.
and I didn't write down who I was supposed to. Right? I'm telling. Well, you need honey. You need your raw honey. Gotta plug that. Your local. What do they call them? The
Local
beekeeper.
beekeepers,
But they have a bigger
apiary.
apiary. Your local apiary. Okay, we'll stick with beekeeper because I can't say that word right now. It's like I was having a mini stroke.
Just say beekeeper.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Jake's got the waiting list. That's for sure. We got
So,
another
so
beekeeper in here.
that's just she just loves me. That's all.
Oh no. You guys are a good pair when I can make those earlier mornings for me because I'm up so late all the time. That started though when my daddy was passing, something shifted in my clock. And I started not being able to go to bed until 4 a.m.
So
And my dad passed in 2018.
so
So
your husband military has wore off on you, huh?
he gets up at 4 a.m. I go to sleep at 4 a.m. So we actually, yeah, maybe because I'm doing that shift. So one of us is always on. True. That's true. When I think of it that way, one of us is always watching for the other, pretty much. Yeah, I need to start getting a little bit better at getting myself to sleep. The problem is if I take like sleepy time tea or any kind of herb, I get a hangover effect in the morning. Yes, stinging needle is. I've heard that too. With a little bit of your local honey, if you can have it. I can't have it right now. Keto is just doing me in. Oh, any of you coming in on Jag's channel, if you want to, I'm going to do something like a whole 30 in March since we're heading into spring and we're going to need a lot of energy and to get off any of those comfort foods that maybe some of us were eating, you know. I'm going to be doing that. It's just a cleanup of your diet. It's basically self-sufficiency diet. It's what you could raise kind of yourself. The only thing it does remove is it removes like white potatoes and you're using sweet. It's trying to get the how do you say it? The most
Every
vitamins and
flavor.
minerals. Hey, Urban Garden Chronicles, Gardening Chronicles, welcome in. It's yeah, definitely trying to get all your vitamins and your minerals out of your food. Kelly King, what's up? I saw you live for just a little bit that night. You guys were having more rain. Kelly King's a West Coaster, of course, with that name. He was showing us some of the West Coast. It was outside. It was raining at night. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna probably do that in March to head into spring and prepare. Also, it's more hydrating foods too. It's a lot of vegetables and fruits. Not a lot of starches, but I have to look into it a little bit more. And I probably cannot call it Whole 30 because that name is
How you
got the
doing, Dolores?
C
Jeff
on it.
Garrett,
Hey, Dolores, welcome in. Thank you
Storm
guys. If
Lee,
you have a chance, and I
Holly
hope it's not a big
King.
ask, pop over to my channel and just hit the like for me to help me out in the algorithms.
Right.
And then you can go right back to Jex and give him support.
Well, Sunshine,
Hmm.
step back for a minute. Everybody in the chat, whether you're on Florida Sunshine channel or J through JS Farms channel, this young lady is 923. So that means that she's actually 70, 77 friends away from 1,000. Come on, people. Hit it
Oh,
up. Hit it up.
thank
Hit it
you.
up.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Thank you. I did just put out a small video late last night, early this morning, whatever you'd like to call it in your time zone. And it's just my son and I walking behind the house. That's a thing of
Welcome
thank you
in,
so much.
African Dreamer.
Welcome in, African Dreaming. Thank you for coming in. That's the thing about our area is I would love to stay in this area and just have agriculture land, just a little bit. That's all I need to get out of city limits. Unfortunately, anything out of city limits with land like that went up into the 600,000s, like just basic, even 2 bedrooms, because it's that land that you just cannot repeat. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
Isn't he? I know. I love Jake.
Hey.
And then I love the passion when we all hang out and J3 is there too. And I know he's busy now and he's trying to take care of quite a bit. I just love them. Like when it's like Diva and all of us and even other people that pop in when we get a surprise from Broke over on Diva's channel, it just goes off. It's so much fun. And like, the passion for the seeds that's all that's all GT Jr.
We're here to
He's
help
always
you.
getting me like, "Oh, I gotta go check that out." No, I don't. No, him and us with the mangosteens. They did. For those of you who ever saw my live on, it's called We. It's an app where you can basically have Asian market things delivered to your door. They did refund me for those bad mangosteens. So thank God they did because that was like $33 to try mangosteens. I want to try them during the season, which I have to find out. But I would rather put that money towards a tree, my own mangosteen tree.
Mangosteen or mango?
No, mangosteen. It's that you'll see them. They're like this big. They're a dark purple. And then when they pop them open, it looks like a white flower inside. The texture is a cross.
Okay, yeah.
It's got a texture like a grape, but not. Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate it so much. Oh, DCB's another beekeeper. Keep planting my
Yes.
food.
He's another beekeeper. Welcome in, bro.
Is he a Georgia beekeeper? Because he's like my
No,
bees need food.
No, he's not in Georgia.
Okay, the way he said that, I thought he was nearby, and he was, his bees were kind of, grifting off your flower. Oh, okay, Tampa's totally understand.
He's in Washington State.
He's safe. Oh, Washington. Okay. Yeah, we have friends up in Washington. You tried it. It is when the ripeness is great. There was like maybe 2 that were okay in the whole bunch, and it's like a sweet tart. So like a natural sweet tart. It was pretty good. I did like it, urban gardening. But I
Looks
wouldn't
looks
pay
like a
that.
looks
Like,
like a tangerine when you open it up.
it kind of does, but it's
It's
white,
white.
and that outside is real pretty thick.
Hmm.
But it's beautiful, beautiful fruit. Oh, thank you for your help. Just do me a favor, watch a short and just like it so it sticks. Because I've had people join the channel and then they don't do that, and YouTube within 2 days they're gone. They're
Have
gone.
a great day, DCBs. Have a good one.
Okay, thanks for popping in, DCPs. Appreciate it. My son's even saying thank you. You're welcome. Appreciate it. That's for sure. And thank you for that shout out. I appreciate it, Chicks.
Not a
I think
problem.
it's the next. Mm,
I, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna keep this PG.
I'm not sure if it's in the custard apple family or the soursop, the Annona family. I have to double check that. I have a soursop tree in my backyard, urban gardening. I forget what it was. What is related to that, the Annona, is your pawpaw trees. Pawpaw trees are related to soursop.
Okay, I got two pawpaws in the back if the deer ain't ate it up.
Well, there you go. They ate it up. Uh-oh.
I said if they don't eat it up.
Oh, if. I didn't hear the if. Sorry, my
The only
son's
thing
going.
that they killed, the only thing that they ate and killed was my loquat. I put a loquat back there. It was about 5 feet. They ate that fella down. If just a hair of a green popped up on it, they start eating again.
Yeah, those are. I'm glad we don't really have them. We have what are called deer. I mean, de, key deer. Hello, brain. Key deer, and they're much smaller, and they're thankfully not in my area.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that they're related to that. It's an tropical evergreen. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, it's the other one. It's Garcinia. Garcinia. Okay. Yeah. Garcinia family,
Yeah,
not
I
the
uh,
unknown. Okay.
I want the pawpaw because it put me in the mind of a mango.
It does. Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's basically a northern tropical fruit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, let's see if it is saying the Garcinias too. They also have a lemon drop mangosteen, which I'd like to get. Those are a little more common down here. I would love to get a pawpaw tree, but I'm too far south just to try it. Like, yeah, I want to try the fruit myself too. But what's funny is they say, "Oh, this fruit's got this flavor of this and that and that." But if you don't get it right fresh from the tree and you get it, say the stores start carrying it, you can't because it's so subtle. Like with
Uh,
that, so
could
subtle.
you could you put your name and stuff back on the screen?
Oh,
You,
mine?
yeah, South Florida.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. How do I do? Oh, just undo that. There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go. There
Thank
you go,
you.
right there.
Thank
She want to know
you.
your name so she can come see you.
Oh, thank you, Backyard Garden Flow. I didn't even get a chance to read it. Jegs is up on this stuff so fast while I was looking up that mangosteen. So yeah, they're Garcinia. It's close to the Annona family. I think, let me see.
And
But
I
my
do have
soursop, I'm
mango in the
hoping.
refrigerator, y'all. I do have some mango in the refrigerator.
Oh, I love mango. Mango will get me all bloated in the middle because I overdo it.
Now, that
Okay.
if you know, you know. If you don't, just forget
Yeah.
about it.
It's just so good. We have mango season here. Yeah, soursop's a Nona family. It's not the Garcinia. So it's close, but it's a different family. I had to go look it up because I wanted to make sure I had it in my head right.
Hello, Rios
But,
family.
hey, Rios family, welcome in. Yeah, the mango season here. Oh, you guys, if you come visit when we've got mango season going on, which is usually our springtime. And I'm trying to think. We got stuff I think that even ripens into September, different varieties.
Right.
So many hybrids of mangoes that they have done over the years. I actually met Walter Zill, which I want to interview him, but he's an olderish man, and I didn't want to be intrusive. Like they have a grove near me, a small grove that's been in the family, him and his wife. But him and his brother have Oh, I love mango. Him and his brother have made a huge difference in our mango varieties in South Florida. They've come out with so many. Same thing with Fairchild Gardens, I think has some too. They even have one called Fairchild.
I think Rio's talking to you right now because
Mhm.
I had to get mine at the
Yeah,
supermarket.
yeah, we do get all the supermarkets. Thankfully, though, are starting to answer the mango loving people who are not in my zone and are trying to, I think, come up with more fiberless varieties to be sent out because that's here. If you come down for mango season, oh, they have fiberless varieties that will just melt in your mouth. They're
I
so
think
good.
I think the mangoes that we're getting right now are coming from Mexico.
Yeah. Central America, Mexico. It's so
Right.
crazy because I don't know why we don't get our own so much in the stores at all, but we get Mexico, Central America, California fruit. We could be a major producer again.
Yes.
We actually, the state of Florida started off mangoes, not this huge citrus industry, or they were like coinciding, and the mango industry kind of got sidelined.
Okay, let me
Malachi, turn that down right now. Don't do that. Yes, sir. Well, I have one too that's dying on me. It's frustrating. We have down here funguses, and that's what I did in my video. I don't know if y'all deal with funguses on your fruit trees, but are you using for like organic? Are you using the copper fungicide? And if so, how are you using it? Because I'm seeing funguses this year, even into winter time, that are on my mango. They're on my lychee. Yes, I see that. What is that? And they're on my Jabota Cabo, which is a Brazilian tree. Yes, he's in the water swimming. Oh, the puppies
Mr.
are. Good boy.
Mine, how you doing?
Hey, Moon, welcome in. So, yeah, I'm wondering. I want to get it on a schedule to kick it. The concern about mangoes here is we have, don't know if I can say the word. It's a really serious fungus. It starts with an A, anthrosclerosis something. Anthro,
Ah,
not anthropology. I'll have to come back to it. Anthro fungus. I'll just put and see if it'll pop it up for mangoes. And it just ruins them for sale and can kill your mangoes. We also have fire blight. That's what took out my other one.
me personally, I come to the realization is we say we want to eat organic, but you want your fruit and vegetables to look pretty. But
Yeah. I just want mine to
realistically,
survive.
right, realistically, if you want it to be healthy, it don't need to look pretty. It need to look
No.
ugly as possible and stay good.
Right. Yeah, it's called anthracnose. There we go. Anthracnose, the most important mango disease, is caused by a fungus, and then it goes into that scientific name that it is that I will not say. It's basically flower blight, fruit rot, and leaf spots are among the symptoms of the disease.
Right.
So it's very sad if it hits a tree. Yeah, it's freaking hard. You're right. I'm telling you, as soon as I started doing organic gardening, it was like all the bugs called each other in the area. Hey, Sister Soil More, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, they were like, hey, she's trying to do that organic thing. She's not spraying us with toxins. Come on.
Well, I stopped using all that stuff for the simple reason is if you say you're gonna eat healthy, and if you start putting all that stuff on there, you're not
Mhm.
eating healthy.
Yeah, I had to try and tell my daddy that when I first started because he was the generation of seven. Remember that the dust? Yeah,
Mm.
and he laughed at me. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna do that here in Florida? Okay." And he just laughed, being an old farmer. Like, because he quit. He full on quit having a vegetable garden in this place. He was just, oh hey,
Mac,
Happy
how you
Mac,
doing?
welcome in, welcome in.
Mona, how you doing?
Yeah. Once he started working with this soil, and I did find out, like he put in a banana tree when he. I've got a picture of him He tried corn because that was a huge crop up north. He would always grow corn, tomatoes, cucumbers, zucchini was a big one that we would have growing up. My mom would fry up that zucchini. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And there wouldn't be hardly any left to go out on the table because the kids would sneak by and grab pieces. She would get so mad.
Rios to the thing with that is okay, my blueberries, I don't worry about it because I got so many blueberry bushes right here on the side
Hmm.
of my house. But when it
Yeah.
comes to vegetables and stuff, I plant more than what I need because I know that the
Thank you.
bugs are going to eat
Yeah.
some too. And me personally, this is one of the way when it comes to my greens and my
Hmm.
brassicas, if a bug will not eat it, I won't eat it. That's just
Mm.
me. If you don't
Mhm.
see any kind of holes in it from bugs eating it, I will not eat it because there has to be something wrong with it. That's my way
Mm.
of thinking.
Mm.
I don't want y'all to do what I do. You're
Yeah.
gonna have to get your own method on how to determine what's good and what's not for you.
Yeah. Ria's family, a friend of ours who used to live next door, their family went into foreclosure, sadly. Their house, I mean, did, not their family, but their family did too. It was just a lot of sad stuff. They left this behind, and she said, if there's anything in the house you want, go get it. And I was like, well, being a former teacher, I want that old mat from the classroom. I'd love to have that. She's like, yep, sure, let's go ahead. So I cleaned it up and put it up on my wall.
What's
Thank
up?
you.
Happy Matt, what's up?
What's up? Thank you for coming in, Farmer Marshall, Urban Gardener. That's what I am. I'm trying to be an urban gardener if I can get out there. Yeah, it does. And the bank they were with supposedly screwed up on their payments. That's what's the scariest of all.
Yeah,
And because they were supposedly sending them in, and something, they even went to court over it. And yeah, that's sad.
that's one of the things. You always got to plant more than what you need in order to
Hmm.
get what you want.
Yep. Oh, yep. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, your neighbors will love you for it if it gives you a full crop. That's true. That's true, Duncan, and what Jeg said too. And it gives you trap crops too, because they're gonna go after and wipe out stuff on you. Thanks. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew,
And the thing
but
with the brassicas, if the bugs eat it, you can just cut that piece off and keep going.
true. That's true. I'll find that if I plant them in two spots, one will get more attention from bugs than the other, and that's the theory of trap cropping, is to give the bugs a crop of their own, kind of, or a few plants of their own.
So sorry about Jeffrey. This
It is.
has been a J3 weather. What's
She's
that?
gonna do what you said.
I'm gonna start doing. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah.
yeah. Well, guys, it is 4:21 on the East Coast, and that's about dinner time prep for me. But I so appreciate Jegs coming up, and for that shout out, Jegs, so much, and seeing all you people come in to the side chat. Wonderful, made my day. Basically, earlier we were talking about, for those of you who just came in, was to stay away from that agave syrup. It is not a nectar. To buy your honey locally. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Backyard Burner.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss D. Thank you, Miss T. All y'all check each other out inside chat. But yes, definitely get local with your
Yes.
veggies, with your honey.
If
Um,
you if you
it's
can't get local, hit me up.
Yes, get on his waiting list because his honey is that good, and it's raw, so you're not going to be having all this heating and mistreating of that. Thank you guys. Hopefully see some of you tonight. I'm on at 11:30 every Friday night. It's my Fri-Yay live. That's a little bit more adult, but not crude and rude. We don't do too much of that.
Because the king take care of his bees.
That's right. Be king. You to be king. I like that. All right, everyone. Have a good one. Thank you so much for coming in. And
Yeah.
yeah, he can he? He just can't send to Canada. I don't know. Can he? Can he?
I don't see
Mm.
why not.
He just might need extra funds to get it through. Sparkle Socks is,
That's
little.
probably costs more to send it to Canada, but I
Yeah.
think you should be able to
Yep.
get through.
Yep. Y'all, they hit you up where though? Is it on your Instagram? Is what somebody said? Follow
Uh,
you on
you can
Instagram?
look on my Instagram and leave a message on my Instagram, or you can email me j3gsfarm@gmail.com.
And hit up J3GS Farm and watch some of his stuff too. Keep his hours up, please. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys later, hopefully. Thank you. Bye.
And if you